Imagine standing before a mirror, but instead of your reflection, you see only the parts of yourself you've been taught to hide: the scars, the quirks, the so-called imperfections. What if those very flaws were the key to your freedom? We spend lifetimes sanding down our edges to fit into the world's mold, yet the deepest suffering comes not from our flaws, but from the war against them. What if the pursuit of perfection is the very thing that fractures us? What if the cracks are not failures, but openings, places where the light finally gets in? Society whispers a cruel lie, that to be loved, you must be flawless. Carl Jung called this the shadow, the exiled parts of ourselves we disown to gain acceptance. This is the great paradox: the more we reject our flaws, the more they define us. Like a man trying to outrun his shadow, we exhaust ourselves chasing an illusion. The cost of this war is invisible, but devastating. Neurologically, self-rejection triggers the same pain pathways as physical injury. Culturally, we've built entire industries profiting from self-loathing: beauty, wellness, even productivity, all selling the same lie: you are not enough yet. But the deepest wound is existential. By denying our flaws, we fragment ourselves. Jean-Paul Sartre called this bad faith, the act of betraying our true nature to wear a socially acceptable mask. Over time, the mask becomes the face, and we forget who we were before the world told us who to be. Yet here's the haunting truth: every masterpiece has its cracks. The Japanese art of kintsugi repairs broken pottery with gold, not to hide the breaks, but to highlight them. What if we did the same with ourselves? The rebellion begins with a single act: stop apologizing for being human. Embrace the counterintuitive truth: your flaws are not obstacles, but compasses. They point to what makes you unique. History's most transformative figures were not pristine icons, but fractured, contradictory souls. Van Gogh's madness birthed Starry Nights. Frida Kahlo's pain became her art. Nietzsche wrote, "You must become a chaos before giving birth to a dancing star." The way out is not to fix yourself, but to own yourself. Your quirks, your scars, your so-called weaknesses, they are the raw materials of your genius. Here is the revelation: perfection is not the absence of flaws, it is the presence of wholeness. The most radiant souls are not those without cracks, but those who let the light shine through them. You are not broken, you are alive, and life, by its very nature, is imperfect, unpredictable, and breathtakingly beautiful. So step into the mirror, meet your flaws not as enemies, but as old friends. They have been waiting to show you who you really are.